Usually when you start interviews, you talk with girls about shoes, but we're talking about shoes.
We are talking about shoes.
We are.
Or my complete sort of lack of any knowledge about shoes.
Do you want to show your fancy footwear?
Absolutely not. No, I have no desire to show my fancy footwear.
Guys just aren't into that stuff, are they?
Not at all, no.
Yeah, you just, when girls say, do you like them, just smile and nod, smile and nod. They're beautiful.
Absolutely beautiful
That's
shoes
good.
today.
Wait, I'm going to call you out for a second, because somebody told me about your famous wink. What's your like signature wink that you have?
No, this is the thing, because I wink quite a lot in Kingsman, the Secret Service, and I didn't realise until I saw the thing.
That was involuntary?
No, it's planned, but I just didn't realise quite how many times I do it in the film.
You didn't even realise it? No, and nobody said anything?
Nobody said anything. I think it's because he's a sort of, he's playing, it's like sort of Roger Moore, James Bond, isn't it? So because I'm sort of trying to be this sort of charming, kind of debonair, cheeky chappy, I think winking was one of the ways I tried to illustrate that.
I've never met a tailor before, but I know you ain't one.
Come with me. What do you see? I see a young man with potential. Pull the hook on your left.
Oh, yes. Very nice. What does this do? Electrocute you?
Don't be ridiculous. It's a hand grenade.
Shut up. That is sick.
This is like James Bond meets Kick-Ass.
It is. It has been described as that. Yeah. With what Matthew was trying to create with that film, and that kind of nod of the head to that era of Bond, the Connery, Roger Moore, sort of, saving the world with a martini in his left hand, sort of thing.
Yeah.
I think, Roger Moore might have been a bit of a model for Eggsy.
Roger Moore meets hip hop.
Yes.
You were talking about Matthew. I want to talk about his wife.
Claudia
Schiffer, supermodel, for all those people out there that don't know. She made you a sandwich?
The first time I met her, I went to visit them in their house. I was very, very nervous, and I think she very, very kindly was just sort of trying to look after me a little bit.
Now, was this before you got the role? You were sort of meeting
This was during the process of meeting Matthew, and basically I was about to leave, and she just said, "Would you like me to make you a sandwich?"
You winked at her, didn't you?
I don't think I did. No, I don't. No, I don't think so.
That would either get you the role or get you, not if you're winking at the director's wife.
Yeah, it could. You could really fall flat on your face there, couldn't you?
That could absolutely backfire. Yeah. I read that Colin actually gave you a gift.
For Christmas, he bought me a keep. Do you know that old kind of classic British?
Keep calm and carry on.
Keep calm and carry on. He got me a Keep Calm and Love Colin Firth mug. And I was obviously thrilled with it. But over the Christmas break, I went away and had my own little version made for him. His was red, so I made a blue one with Keep Calm and Love Taron Egerton. I do actually have a picture of Colin Firth drinking it. So
You're kidding.
It may surface on Twitter with his permission.
Would they do the tea with the pinky up?
No, I don't think there's a pinky up. I think he's just sort of looking very sort of dry and thoroughly unamused by the whole thing.
So he takes himself very seriously, doesn't he?
No. I think that's a perception people have of him. Not at all, no.
Yeah. And this is a kick-ass version of Colin Firth that we've never seen before.
Yeah, he's amazing in it, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's absolutely brilliant.
So in the film, you're tested in many different ways. You're in these death-defying situations.
Yeah.
In life, would you be the guy that's running scared, or are
No. Well, would I be running scared?
Yeah.
Yes, far more likely. I'm nowhere near as brave or as death-defying as Eggsy is.
I mean, I know you got some cuts and bruises, a few scrapes along the way filming
this.
Do you feel more like, badass now, or are you?
Oh yeah, I could save the world if I needed to now. Yeah, no problem.
And with a wink and a smile and...
Absolutely, yeah.
How do you think this film is a fresh take?
I think what this is it combines all of the latest effects, but it's kind of harking back to a time where potentially films weren't taking themselves too seriously.
Right.
So I think it's quite unique in that sense, really, and I think it may actually signify the beginning of a new trend with other films. I know there's a few other different spy films coming out this year.
I'm going to quote Variety. They said A Star is Born when they were describing you in this film. They also called you a bulldog of an actor.
I know. Oh
Did
my
you
God.
see that?
With squinched up features. What's that about? Anyway, no, they were very lovely.
I wasn't going to add that part in,
No,
but that was a compliment.
No, I have to say, I really enjoyed that because it was kind of, I don't know, it's quite nice to have a nice kind of characterful description of you. I was pretty pleased that they were very lovely about me, yeah.
Speaking of dogs.
Yes.
In the film, there's, you know, that's kind of your weakness. I mean, you're put through all these tests and you pass with flying colours and you're asked to...
It's channeling a bit of Matthew Vaughn, that. Matthew Vaughn is a big dog fan.
Is he a dog lover?
He loves dogs,
So you couldn't harm the dog. You were asked to harm the dog for people who haven't seen the film, but you need to see the film.
I'm actually a bit more of a cat person than I am a dog person.
Are you?
In truth, yeah. Which was a fact that Matthew Vaughn found completely...
Well, usually guys aren't cat people.
I love cats. I quite like the fact that a cat can walk in and sort of look at you and go, no, I'm not really interested in you today. I'm going to go and have a bit of kitty cat over there.
Right.
Whereas a dog, I like some dogs, but if a dog is big and its hair is molting and it's putting slobber all over me, then we're not going to get on.
It's a bit of a turn off.
It's a bit of a turn off.
I really want to liken this to females in life. And hard to get versus...
Oh right, perhaps that I
Does that work?
Go for the frostier customer. I think there may well be an element of truth to that. There may well be an element of truth to it. Yeah.
Don't you think that's a general rule though? If somebody like is slobbering all over you, it's like kind of a turn off. I don't mean like
depends what point in the evening is it, I suppose.
I don't mean literally. I mean if somebody's, you know, clearly, you know, so into you think, oh.
Yeah, I think that's generally the rule, isn't it?
Last but not least, what was the moment like when you got cast?
I didn't at all think I was going to get it. No, in fact, the signs were kind of pointing to maybe that I wasn't. And I know it was down to me and a couple of other really quite extraordinary actors with greater profiles actually. So I kind of resigned myself to the fact it wasn't going to happen. And then it was a Saturday morning and I was in bed.
Oh, that's the best kind of call to get.
I know.
You're in bed sleeping.
Exactly. I think I'd probably been out the night before, and then Matthew Vaughn called me that morning and said, "We might be about to offer you this part, but here are the conditions." And then the following Monday, 2 days later, I got a call from my agent saying yes.
What were the conditions?
Well, lots of kind of boring contractual stuff, really. But
I thought you were like, okay, no more drinking those pints at night.
No, yes, there was that. That was one of them.
You're gonna have to get yourself into shape.
Get
to
ripped, all of that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But and then other more boring things. But yeah.
And you said, "I'll think about it."
No, I think I said, "Thank you so much. I promise I won't let you down," and all that kind of thing. Thank you for this chance.
I want to thank you for coming in.
I've had a really fun time.
Well, listen, I've had a fun time too, except you haven't winked at me, so I think we need to go out with one of those. Oh my gosh, now I get it. I get it. Whoa!
Oh, that was
you didn't
creepy.
Even flinch.
It was creepy though.
Oh, not on my end, it wasn't.
Oh, fab.
It was fantastic. It was fantastic.